once he feels comfortable, DJ will roam around on the Earthshaker and find a lot of setups elsewhere. And it's, great. More stuns, more beefiness. But look at this. Ursa comes out. Don't see this much except from the EG side of things. And I'm curious what you think about the new Ursa. He's been receiving so much love over these past few patches. He now has a way to kind of engage with his little leap. And they've changed a little bit to his swipe damage. Very high-tempo core kind of hero, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was one big thing else that they changed from him that I'm trying to remember what else it was. Enrage, his status resist now, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer anything with it. No multiplier anymore, nothing like that. It's just status resist. Okay. So, I mean, cool versus Centaur. Like, your damage, your Fury Swipes will be good versus him in the lane, being able to hit him, but Centaur is high base damage, and he can hit back. Ursa can kill the egg, but
10 seconds remaining.
Oh no, I don't really mind. Like if you're a Centaur versus an Ursa that much, I feel like Centaur's. I mean, playing Centaur is just so nice. I feel like that's just always like the best offlane hero to play because you just have such a great animation. You have built-in stun burst.
Leo style Shadow Fiend, very very scary. I hear many stories about people who do not like to face him in the mid lane, even in pubs, because he's got really good skills. I'm curious if Crazy are going to add the extra pressure to the mid lane if possible. But that just seems to be the meta. These mid laners are allowed once again to have those 1v1s without any sort of outside influence. Normally in the metas where you'd see roaming 4, Shadow Fiend would be not even considered because he's very susceptible to being attacked like that. But when he's not, that is where it can get very scary. But interesting.
I like it too.
Go ahead.
I like it with the Centaur and the Shaker too. Like Centaur is one of those later stages you can bail out. They close the gap on your Shadow Fiend. That's always his biggest concern. You can Stampede, run away. Laning phase, Shaker can help secure the lane. You get a good fissure with like a couple raise stacks. You can easily set up secured kills. So yeah, I do like this. I do like that combo at least. I'm still not a huge fan of Shadow Fiend overall, but.
Yeah, I'm not excited about the amount of lockdown that Crazy have on their team. You're really banking a lot of it on like what your Nyx stun or anything that Chen is able to kind of get a hold of. But they do have a very snowbally kind of lineup. Chen is able to flex in the laning phase, and obviously Ursa can get a lot of momentum going. Crazy could kind of just run this lineup all the way through. I'm curious if it ends up turning into some sort of core protect 1 with their last core, or if they're just going to go all in on the speed. Thunder Predator kind of going with the former here, having now Morphling as your insurance policy too.
So
in your late game.
Like some late game.
Yeah.
Hoping that if Crazy messes up pretty much their timing, this Morphling will win the game. Because you look at it like you mentioned, Crazy, they're looking to set the tempo. They're looking to fast pace, secure lanes. Chen Ursa, it's all about laning phase. It's all about like securing a dominant start.
Morphling Earthshaker though,
Morphling Shaker is always scary.
Yeah, it's not at what it used to be, but we still have seen what it can do. Like, the skills are still there. They may have been nerfed a bit, but the potential still good, and a lot of chaos that could break out when you have team fight around the egg and a Requiem, Centaur stampeding in, and plenty of jump with Earthshaker if he eventually gets the Blink Dagger. Very curious about Crazy's final pick here because I think Thunder Predator just have that really nice, well-rounded type of lineup, while Crazy have a very tempo-paced lineup. They want to have good lanes, and they want to kind of, run through Thunder Predator if possible. And they finish out with a Brile Invoker. Okay.
Interesting. The Invoker, I guess, like now they have the Spirit Vessel buyer as well versus the Morphling. He's one that can be active and set the tempo with the rest of his lineup. Okay. Looks a little risky. Looks a bit tough to execute, at least on the side of Crazy. I don't like going for Shadow Fiends, but I think I like Thunder Predators a little more. Invoker's still that hero I feel like I don't really like that much.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we did just see him win before.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see also Moon Meander. He was formerly known to play a lot of the off lane, but this is a lineup that has a lot of off-laners on it. Kezu looks like he'll be the one to take reign on the Pango. Moon's support play has been a lot of fun to watch. He does get very aggressive. I guess if you're going from an off-laner to a support position, he likes to get involved in the action and not too much like the babysitting side of things. So we'll see if that is going to attribute better to Crazy's lineup and trying to push the pace or not. Also, Owie's got to get a lot going with this Chen. So I'm real excited about this one. As we get ready to get underway.
So I don't know their carry player on the side of. Wait, that's Kotaro. God,
Yeah,
stupid name
MNZ
change.
is Taro Hayama.
He name changed again. Like, come
Yeah,
on, man.
I didn't know that when we started at ESL South America, and then once somebody told me, I was just like, "Are you serious?" Like, of course, I love watching Kotaro Hayama, but why are they changing their names? You know, it makes it harder to follow
Just
and keep
confused me.
track. Yeah, but
Because I saw MJZ and then I see MNZ and then I'm looking it up and I'm like, wait. And then I clicked like the Wikipedia thing and the picture of Hector came up and I was like, wait.
the
Oh,
Hector picture came up. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely Kotaro. He was. This team was here at the most recent summit event. Very good team, very cool guys, very hungry. They definitely did not, you know, dilly dally, if you will, in those summit matches. They took them very seriously, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm anxious to see what they're
I'm
going to be able
looking.
to pull out here. Obviously, we'll start with a bit of a pause as they still. Oh no, that's not even pause for them. Pause for Crazy. Couldn't hold it. They have to use the washroom. All right.
Curious how this mid matchup's gonna go. SF versus Invoker. I like the SF a little bit more in this one.
It was your own damn fault.
You like the SF more? I mean, even though Crazy did have that last pick and could set up the counter,
Yeah.
maybe it could be more comfort. I know Bryle to play the Invoker. I remember when I was first watching Bryle in like a King's Cup, I believe. You know, his Invoker was very impressive. So I don't know if it's attributing to the comfort pick, but
I
man,
traditionally do. I mean, actually, dating back a very long time, even when I was playing, SF was favorable quite a bit over Invoker. But that, I mean, when I was playing Invoker, didn't even have Invoker or any like orbs or anything at level 1 or whatever. So it was a little bit harder. But I think throughout the dawn of time, it's always still been that SF is pretty damn good versus Invoker in laning phase.
all right. Well, this might be a big test for Bryle because yeah, Leo style, no joke, of course, and we'll see what he's going to be able to flex with that Shadow Fiend. Trying to get an early scoutage of what we'll see on some of the other lanes here. Frank has also had a hell of a showing. I remember distinctly at a very good recent Earthshaker game and Beastmaster game. Has been very great at setting things up for the team, and here he has another playmaking kind of initiator, bruiser, if you will. And it's a team that's also going to be very hard to kill and durable on the side of Thunder Predator. You know, Centaur is very meaty. Morphling is a morph in his own right. Phoenix Icarus dive, and there's no real silence on the side of Crazy, and again, I said that no real stun. So I feel like it's going to be hard for Crazy to even get kills on Thunder Predator.
Yeah, should be fun. I've been a big fan of Frank for a long time. Just especially, I think the biggest one was when he was like laning versus S4, and he was Batrider versus Weaver, and he killed the Weaver, and everybody was like, "What? Who is this guy?" I think it was at a summit actually. Yeah, fun team to watch. Yeah, this should be a fun matchup. I'm looking forward to see what Crazy can actually bring out because I don't think I've gotten to see them with this roster. I don't believe.
Yeah, I personally also have only maybe gotten to witness a game or two of this Crazy lineup, but
Did I hear a squeak?
very strong. Lots of potential, obviously, on this team. Probably a little bit of lag for the likes of Kezu in this one and Skeeter, given that they're probably playing from outside America. But I've always heard that whatever the routering may be, I guess it's a better connection for Europe players to play in American servers than vice versa, if that makes any sense.
I'm not sure exactly how it is now. I don't know. I always had a fine time playing in Europe. Europe felt okay, and like to play to US. I don't know. Dota players are just babies. Let's be honest here. Now, mid players, you need like you notice it immediately. Like if you're a mid player and you feel that little spike, it's absolutely massive. So.
All right. Well, whatever the case may be, we finally get our game. We are underway. It had been a long intermission, folks, but it looks like we'll finally have some Dota before us. Thunder Predator versus Crazy. Game number 1 here. Bryle. Invoker to go toe-to-toe against the Leo-style Shadow Fiend. We'll bank to see if Aoi is going to have a say in influencing that mid lane matchup at all. But in their own right, have a lot to deal with in the Centaur.
I don't think he wants to leave the Ursa too much, though, as this Chen. I think Ursa will get bullied pretty hard if Chen tries to move at all. And Nyx, I don't feel like Nyx can really help down there too much. I don't know. I'm actually, the more I look at it, I'm kind of liking Thunder Predator more and more when I keep looking at these drafts.
Yeah, I kind of just said it just seemed more well-rounded. They have a little bit of, everything to work with here. Good support, some nice heals, scaling percentage damage in your Phoenix, the team fight. I mean, they got great high ground defense.
Something about Crazy's draft. Just there's something that feels off to me, but I'm not sure. I can't put exactly what it is right now. I think I'm not sure. There's something that looks weird to me, and I can't exactly figure it out just yet. But
just that intuition,
we'll see how it plays out for them,
if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My intuition earlier was pretty atrocious and pretty off, but
I mean, I've seen many days of the ESL. One day you think you're hot and you can read Dota. Like I'll see BSJ just make every call one day, and the next day just blows every call. Can't make the right call in the draft or anything. So yeah, that goes with the territories. These teams evolve and form the meta as they please. Early trade outs on Moon.
Okay.
MJZ.
Leo Styles feeling cocky, by the way.
Yeah.
He's gone for Souls level 1, not raises.
All right.
So he's gonna probably take quite a bit of a beating back from Bryle here because of that. See if he can actually secure himself those last hits for the Souls. I think this could hurt him a bit if he doesn't get the first few.
Yeah, we'll watch it out early on because that's really where it matters the most.
Oh!
There's got the
he
raise
actually
hits.
hits level 2, Bryle.
Oh. Okay.
I thought maybe he might do
2.
some.
The range. Oh, that range creep! That precious range creep! Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? It matters so much. Bryle, if you hit it once, you're gonna lose it. Leo Style, if you hit it once, you're gonna lose it. Oh, that range creep! Oh! Okay, one more. Who's gonna get it? It matters so much.
Now the other one. He's gonna get both.
Okay, the raise setup.
Denied.
Wow.
Bryle got one of the denies.
He got one. Damn.
Dude, mid is so exciting to watch. Actually.
Yeah, it is. It's insane how much it matters. But we'll keep trying to tune in here. For now, Bryle trying to hold his own as he gets the creep wave now under his tower to work with. Looks like Frank already had to chew through his first salve. No surprise. Skeeter on the Ursa can really throw down with the Centaur, but he's got a real hard push forward here. 3 range creeps worth of push under the tower there for Frank, while Owie on the side is trying to get the pullback. Matthew
Leo
will
Style went
intercept.
for the second. Sorry, I'm gonna.
No.
Went second point in Necromastery instead of second point in Raise too. He doesn't even have nearly enough souls. Be curious to me.
I won't judge too hard on Leo Style for this one, as he's definitely played the hero a bunch in this league already. I can't recall if that was exactly the same build-up as he's done in the previous games, or if you're right that maybe he's just feeling extra confident in this matchup.
If he was cruising in the lane, like if I saw him like stop the first 2 waves or something like that, then sure you can see someone do that. But when he was already falling behind, yeah, I'm just nitpicking. I just mid matchups is always like super fun, especially like SF 1v1s are really cool.
Oh yeah. Well, Frank's still getting quite a lot going for himself. He's top of CS, 17-3. The waves being pushed forward as the equilibrium just continues to work in his favor. Obviously, a credit going to be going to Matthew on a lot of that setup. I'm sure a Fisher block and how he's keeps intercepting Owie on the side helps with that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty massive. Level 4 already, 4 and change versus this lane. Matthew has 0 experience pretty much to his name, but he's done his job already down here. Morphling is secured farm up top too. Pango can't pressure that. So yeah, Thunder Predator definitely have a good setup at the moment here in the laning start.
All right. Moon, nice little pull here. Nothing too crazy there as he'll go for a full deny against the Thunder Predator side. Kezu does have to be a little careful up there if he gets caught out between 2 as he's far from Moon. But the kill potential for Phoenix this early on is not really good enough to do anything to the Pango. It's not anything to be feared. Everyone's just trying to win with their micro skills here, certainly with the mid lane. Leo Style, 16-10 now. 10 denies on this Shadow King.
He's won the lane. He actually had won the lane, yeah.
Wow. Those denies really took off since I stepped away from the lane.
Even though he went to 2 points in Necromaster, he made it work, even though he wasn't like going for the level 2 raises. Very nicely done.
And now he hits for 100 damage. That's ridiculous.
I was going to eat some raises.
All right, stuns out bottom lane. Follow-up hoof stomp.
Oh man,
They got Skeeter blocked on the long side. He's got to take the long trip back. He's got that little bit of move speed. Leaps to the high
They get the
ground.
courier kill.
Tries to make it out and around. And as you mentioned, Owie steps forward to get the courier kill. He tries to block him off. And they manage to create just enough space for Skeeter. Skeeter pops his wand, turns around, thinks that he could scratch at Matthew a bit. Needs a couple more right clicks, but Frank steps in and tells him to shove off.
All right. A little bit of battle down bottom.
Yeah, I like it. Thunder Predator kind of flexing that they're not afraid to take it to the Ursa. But it's 5-minute bounty time.
I think it's important, though, that they're the ones, they're pressuring the Ursa. Well, you look at top, Morphling is not getting pressured. Like, this is a... Wait, what are we going to call him? Katara Hayamo, Minos, whichever one of his names. He's getting the free farm. But mid, they will bring 3.
All right, I caught all the action there. Nice little setup and rotation from Moon Meander to assist in that. Now, Moon, of course, had been doing those creep pulls. So once he's done dealing with the creep pull, he can lurk through the shadows in the fog to find a setup like on mid lane. And Leo Style, obviously feeling confident. Tips on his death. Sure, not salty at all. But it looks like Matthews here does the D-ward. Mistiming on the tornado for the TP. But they still want to commit hard for it. They would love to take him down back to back. They really want to take it to Leo Style. But because of the mistiming of the tornado, Leo Style backs away. That Harpy, though, careful.
Now, Bryle, he stepped up a bit far. He's got his invoke. He should be fine.
Oh, thirsty for Leo Style on this one. They were really hoping to take him down twice.
And they just offensive glyphed.
And then he raises them anyways.
Yeah.
Look at these supports. Look at this mid lane. Everybody here just at full attention right now. And a battle of the wards here. Moon knows he lost his wards, is determined to take theirs with it. And he is successful.
Nice moves. Still a Morphling free farming.
Yeah.
Ursa is still also, but it's always a concern when the Morphling's getting no pressure on him at all. And you really don't have the best ways of actually killing the Morph. Sure, they will have the Crosswex Invoker once you get Spirit Vessel down the line, but besides that, it's just Nyx. It's Nyx and Invoker, really, to take out this Morphling in the majority of the setup in this game.
Trouble for Owie in the bottom lane. He was trying to go for the pull. They make a good Fissure Hoof Stomp jump, but Owie is quite durable now. I mean, he's got the dual aura, and, you know, so just enough armor and just enough flex to fend off the gank.
Kiss Leo Style and Bryle play against each other a lot in pubs.
Leo Style's going to have to step away in jungle, for now.
Yeah.
But definitely giving respect to all the attention that Leo Style's been hit with those outside supports.
Yeah, he got a jelly. That's a dream. As soon as he goes back, he gets a jelly.
Arcane Rain for Pango. Could be nice.
What's Bryle's choice? He's just going to be straight Vessel. Okay. And yeah, we haven't really given Kazu much attention, but he's level 6. He's actually almost 7. He's done alright.
Yeah, with Moon stepping out from the lane, he's kind of held reign here and has been able to get a lot of XP for himself. He can't really threaten the Morphling, unfortunately, but he will get his own. And now that he has his ult, he can certainly try to offer and contribute to a lot of the other fights.
Yeah, I think he can definitely look to join the fray. If they really want to secure mid tower, the Pango could look to come toward the mid lane. Let's see, Matthew.
Yeah.
He's a couple hits with the DD.
Very close, but is able to sidestep and make it into the trees. Unfortunately, just not enough firepower coming up from Crazy side yet again in this mid lane gank. Buddy, all right, but we are going to be seeing offlaners now get to that next level. Frank is level 7, and he has Stampede. It looks like he's going to go straight pipe. Or, no, not straight pipe, but at least get the hood. And then we'll see if he decides to go for a jump play or not. They have some initiation options on their team, so he may not feel super pressured to go right for the blink.
Owie.
Yeah, he's
looking to be in a bit of a world of pain here, as he will get triple raised very quickly.
Just way deep behind enemy lines. Not sure if he didn't even have a ward, but he just Just trying to get some free centaurs, I guess, or take some farm away from Leo Style on the side, whatever the case may be. He gets that bit of intel and then shortly goes down. Meanwhile, mid lane, a jump for Leo Style, though. And here
Should be
comes
fine
swinging
on
in
Leo
Phoenix.
Style.
Yeah, they have the Stampede. Leo Style wants to fight on forward. Looks to chase down onto Moon. Gets hit with the one raise. Other raise not going to quite be there. And now they have to retreat. Skeeter's here. Front flips to the low ground. Eats the fissure. Ooh, hey, Struan, I'll take that. Here we go.
Matthew.
Runs in, leaps, cuts him off right in the front, and then scratches him down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Leo Style, he's running out.
Okay. You see how much attention they're bringing on that mid tower, though? Like, even if they give up the life, I don't think Thunder Predator is too mad about that. They're just like, okay, just keep this tower alive as long as possible. It's actually 10 minutes. The second siege wave is now there. And they're just continuing to bring the attention. SF porting back to the mid lane. All of Crazy now. 4 heroes.
Yeah.
Let's go 4v4 battle.
Oh, Kezu's here. Nice two-man stun from Moon Meander to set that one up, and now the roll on through from Kezu. Leo Style totally locked down. Oh, Tornado just off the mark, but they eventually do grab him. On the other side, Bryle under the gun. Frank muscling him down with Matthew. He's able to go in Viz and Ghost walk out from trouble, and Matthew's going to be the one
Now
to pay
Frank.
the price. And now it's Frank. Oh, hemorrhaging kills for Thunder Predator. I mean, yeah, their Morphling, I guess, is farming on the side, but they take big losses here through the mid lane, and Skeeter is now on a killing spree on this Ursa.
And Shadow Fiend ports in, and we mentioned what the biggest concern about Shadow Fiend always is people collapsing on top of you, and yeah, Pango does that pretty well. A beautiful two-man impale by the Nyx Assassin by Moon, and then just a follow-up by Kezu. They all were prepared, all addressing that mid 4v4. Crazy coming out a little bit ahead of it. Didn't get the tower though. Still,
Yeah, that is a worthy point, because when you look at Crazy's lineup and what we mentioned, they're a fast lineup. They have to be getting these kills. They have to have this moment. If they were falling behind right now, then that would just be all the better for Thunder Predator, who have what looks like a better scaling lineup.
Yes.
Morphling farms up. Morphling eventually gets a kill onto Skeeter, and he'll just take that massive bounty away. Here we go. Continue flirting in the mid lane. Nice Tornado EMP. Leo Style, so low. Makes it over to the side, eyeballing the illusion rune, and is going to be able to grab it right in front of the dead carcass of Moon Meander, and he flicks a nickel on him on the way out. Dang, that is dirty.
Playing it very cocky there on Leo Style. He played the advantage knowing that he has Matthew in the area.
Yeah.
Matthew now is also level 6. But yeah, be like all this, it's 6-2, and you still see that gold lead is sub 1k. The Morphling still having an excellent time. Minos or Katarayama at free farming still fully. Yeah, it's still pretty good start here for Thunder Predator.
Yeah,
And that mid tower still alive, most importantly.
Exactly. I feel like Crazy should be getting a lot more going with the strategy that I imagine they put out for themselves with this lineup. They have priorities that they need to meet, or objectives that they're hoping to achieve at certain marks in the game, and I would imagine by now they were hoping to already wipe out this mid-tier 1 and start to take over at least one half of the map on Thunder Predator's side. Continue to neuter down the available farm for this Morphling, otherwise he could just really be a problem in the later game here. Thunder Predator are doing a nice job with their little 4-man, and it can only get better, I imagine, with the Phoenix getting more levels. If Earthshaker somehow manages to get his Blink Dagger. What I noticed is if they're not fortunate enough this time, but now I'm remembering in a previous Thunder Predator game, Matthew was lucky enough to have a mango tree. And man, when you get an Earthshaker and all those mangoes, man, you can farm up that Blink Dagger so freaking fast. It's wild.
Yeah, Mango Tree still continues to be my favorite. I think my favorite tier 1.
And now Thunder Predator, you're going to see them continue this kind of 4-man buddy system in play, as they could come across Moon. Do they know he's there? They pinged right on top of him. They have a sentry, and they just let him walk out the other side. Not really revealing too much, but
they're just guarding the Ancients. I like this sentry. This is a protect the Morphling Ancient area, because he's going to be morphed pretty low down, so he can farm it fast with his Morbid Mask. So just put a sentry there. You'll see if the Nyx ever does set up. And they still continue to protect the mid tower.
Mid lane, Crazy really want it. They have to get it. They've set out a promise to themselves to have it done. Leo Style, MJZ, and now Matthew are here to try to slow them down and defend it. The deny is successful. Leo Style takes it. Can he make it away as a witness?
He just sidestepped that.
Pops the illusion. Ooh, the pyramid egg. The pyramid egg, the holy one created from the aliens above. Pops out. Nice stun. It only catches Moon, but it's good enough to lock him in his spot. And I don't know if I've even seen that pyramid egg. That's crazy.
I haven't even. That's awesome.
crazy. Some serious
Stampede?
Illuminati action here as it looked like Skeeter was flirting with the Roche pit a bit. And they are going to go in for it. They know that Thunder Predator has committed some ultimates and committed a lot of their health. They're just going to go in
with
for
penitence. It's actually pretty nice. You see he does have that 1 point in penitence, so Ursa does get that little bit of boosted attack speed to build up the swipes, and yeah, they're going to get away with it. Nice little heads up move there. They need to be getting these things, like we said.
Yeah.
Like, I still think that they're falling behind on the map quite a bit here, because this Morphling is just getting away with everything, and it's tough for them to bring him down. It's going to be a lot on the Nyx Assassin on Moon Meander with that Spirit Vessel in combination from Bryle, if they even want to try to set up, and he's got a Manta now, so now the kill is pretty hard for them to get, because now you Cold Snap and Vessel is going to be easily purged off.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Crazy. This is what they should be doing if they're hoping to get the W at the end. They had to get this Roche. They have to finish off that tier 1. It didn't really happen at the timing they would like, and now it's going to be much harder to take down the Morphling moving forward. But they still even have a lot more work to even do. This top tier 1 should probably be considered next, so that they can really take over half of the jungle and try to reduce. Because everyone still on Thunder Predators has a place of their own to farm up. Looks like Frank is now taking the jungle. He finished that hood, and he is going for the Blink Dagger next. He's not too far off, and I imagine when they get that, they can even go more on the offensive themselves as that 4-man. But in the meantime, MJZ crosses paths with Bryle, and will Icarus dive out from trouble.
Oh, mid. Looks like Crazy wants to actually fight this here.
Okay, well, they see that they're top, committing in for the tier 1.
MNZ. He's his own Nyx Assassin now.
They see the 1 TP to the mid lane. I wonder if Thunder Predator want to try to add some pressure elsewhere now, knowing that the TPs won't be available. They head all the way south, but here comes Crazy. They got to be careful. They're in enemy turf, and they don't have the obs on that high ground.
They're trying to chase. They're not going to be able to get it. They're spending a lot of time chasing. So I'm getting, you know, they're still getting their farm on the Ursa, but I'm getting more and more concerned. The Morphling's able to get away with so much. Frank's getting a lot. Earthshaker's getting a lot too on Matthew, and the team fight on Thunder Predator is very strong if they are able to get away with all this.
Yeah.
They need to just keep wrapping this up. Like, I like this that Crazy's now going immediately for this bottom tower.
Yeah.
And they're all set up around the area. They have to close the map for this Morphling to not be able to find those opportunities to farm as hard.
Just going from tier 1 to tier 1 to tier 1 as they should. You know, they have Skeeter's Ursa spearheading this movement, but really it feels like it's really him at the forefront and nobody else. The next closest being Bryle's Invoker, but like the other game, this is more of a support-like Invoker, you know, with that early Spirit Vessel. He has the crowd control and the magic spells, but he's not dealing the DPS. If Thunder Predator, you know, start to get better utility and have ways to deal with the damage of the Ursa, then, oh man, the rest of the Crazy staff are going to have a real hard time when these fights really start fizzling out.
Yeah. Now they have the Blink on Frank, so they have a better natural form of initiation on the side of Thunder Predator. Crazy, they do have it, like if the Nyx is Vendetta in position, but, you know, that's if there's no sentries, like the Centaur will usually reign supreme in this. And they're chilling back. You can see they're not actually rushed to do anything. Well, I feel like you look at the side of Crazy. Look at the way that they're moving around the map. It feels a lot more like we need to get stuff done. Like we have to be doing things. We have this like little bit of a timer. We don't want them to just sit back and farm for their Blink Daggers, for their BKBs, which Thunder Predator is acquiring pretty quickly.
It is. I mean, Matthew's even close to his own Blink Dagger, and that would be certainly wild if the next time Crazy take a fight, it's not just Centaur, but also Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger to work with. And then Leo Styles kind of getting up into the mix with a BKB. He's almost there, mid lane. The call of the fight comes out. They've tried to make a jump onto Matthew, but there's the stampede, and they step away. Pressure comes from the top lane now from Crazy when they see all this action in the mid lane. Aui's got a zoo before him here. Let's see if he can use it to try to muscle down this tower.
He's got to muscle it down somehow. Yeah, this is good moves by Aoi here. They need to make sure that they're kind of in the area, just in case if they do see a number advantage fight. We do see Bryle as well as Moon starting to make their way toward up there. Skitter is nowhere in the area, though, if a fight does commence. And we do see Thunder Predator. It's been queued up now. Morphling has now queued up the Aghanims after that Mantha.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he had the
kind of expected.
He had the Scotty there for a little bit, so I guess
Yeah.
he remembered that he had Earthshaker on the team. Best to get
I think
the
he's
Ag.
just realizing. Yeah, I think
Best
he's
to
just
get
like,
the Ag
why-
to do
wait,
that again.
Scotty versus Ursa. I have an Earthshaker. Like, you just fly around, kite him forever.
Yeah, exactly. Matthew will be doing a little flying of his own soon enough. The Thunder Predator, just keep farming. Just wait. Don't look for fights. You have items that can just really propel you ahead of anything crazy you're going to be able to build up for themselves.
No. Aegis just got reclaimed, so they're trying to press their edge. Frank, though, he actually is getting bashed up here. Skitter.
Yeah, Skeeter just front flips to the low ground, looks to take it to the big old Centaur, and even the mighty heal of MJZ is not going to be good enough to save him. Here's the Echo approach coming out. Still not enough damage to go for the finish onto Skeeter. It forces out the hand of God to Aoi, and now they drop the egg right into the middle of the mix. Quick dispersion of Crazy as they step off a bit, but they don't take any casualties. No hard losses quite yet for Thunder Predator, though.
MNZ?
Okay, I say that, but they quickly lose MNZ, and this is the first real promising push of Crazy so far. A chase on for Leo. Do they have a way to stop him? No tornado set up yet. Jump in from Kezu, though. Oh, but he's got the Yules. I didn't even notice he went Yules on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, Yules BKB build as well as last game. Same. That was okay. That was an interesting way the fight starts. Skeeter just gets a freebie. He just jumps on the Centaur, and then Earthshaker even throws the Echo, which does literally nothing to Ursa. I mean, dream scenario for Crazy to be in that position, and then Morphling runs back in as the Nyx and gets caught by stun and dies. Okay.
Yeah, Skeeter certainly just putting in work on the Ursa right now. He has a
Abyssal already.
Abyssal. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's pretty scary for a Morphling and a Shadow Fiend. These heroes get eviscerated. Morphling not as much, but Shadow Fiend. Jeez. That's like you'd want a BKB in order to protect yourself, and now you're not protected because it's an Abyssal.
All right, dude. They can't let up though. They can't get comfortable. They got to keep it. They got to keep the pressure on Thunder Predator. Don't let them start spreading back out and getting wards down and pushing outside lanes and letting Morph just keep farming up. They need to keep Thunder Predator constantly in check at these towers, trying to defend, not allow Crazy to just kind of take over the whole map. But let's see how they can do it. They're diligent about going for two tier 2s at the same time. And it looks like
great last few moments for them on Crazy. Getting this fight successful, good damage on mid and a full bottom tower. They've alleviated a lot of space on the map. Now they've got good vision and good control to see where the Morphling is farming and keep their pace going. Look at that. Ursa now has surpassed the Morphling in farm.
Ooh, they're pinging out Morphling.
MNZ.
Yeah, Moon's going to get him here, and they've already TP'd in the Ursa. He has the Abyssal. He's morphing up, though. He's morphing up, and they have the Stampede. But look at this Smoke Thunder Predator, hoping to bait MNZ into trouble. Oh, MNZ misses the long stun Ags. Jump in egg. But it's not a really great position. Crazy.
No, Leo Style's coming too, but this does not look like a good fight for Thunder Predator. I think they just reset.
Yeah, it's more of an awkward overextension. Crazy, I think, got to feel good about that. The egg is down. They still have Hand of God if they want, but Thunder Predator saying we have enough gas in the tank to take another fight. I mean, they do have Requiem. Leo Style's now here. They come together as a group. They smoke, and they're going to go for a wraparound. Oh, but just on the high ground, it's going to be Skeeter. Move in. Beautiful. Hoof stomp there. Trying to burst down Skeeter if possible. Hand of God comes out. He's trying to waltz out away, but they finish him off. Now it's bad for Crazy. They just retreat. They know that they've lost their spearhead, and they're just going to have to let one go. Oh, not good. Thunder Predator now going to be back in a confident spot. They can take their whole half of the map back. and push things back on the crazy front.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they can get their own deep vision down. They're gonna scout the Rosh. They know it's up. Do they
Oh,
want to
it's
try
up.
for it? Seems, I mean, a bit risky. I don't think you want to without your egg or your stampede at the ready. Yeah, don't bother. Try to look for a kill. Bryles looks like he's gonna be the target if they can find him. Frank.
Doesn't feel
Actually,
confident
doesn't
to
even
go
bother
for the blink move in. Maybe anticipating that Kezu could be nearby or whatever it may be. Doesn't feel confident to take that one on his own, but down by the
Oh.
river. Ooh, Moon. Under the sentry.
Yeah, it looks like maybe there was
Radiant's
some like
middle
split of
tower
ideas
is
there because
under
Matthew
attack.
was running up there with Frank, and then Frank like
Okay.
kind of halfway.
Well, now he says that I'd feel more comfortable if I had help nearby. Help comes, but
Oh.
they don't get the move in. That's a wasted stampede.
And Moon Meander does walk through the sentry mid. They did spot him out for a second.
Ooh.
Now Morphling is our shaker.
Crazy jump into the pit.
Only a level 1 totem. Moon Meander looks like he's making some space over here.
Oh my god, it's
Making
going to be enough. They're going to
lots of
finish it
space.
off. Oh, and they quickly 180. Thunder Predator not trying to jump into the pit now. Once they got that Aegis and once they got that finish, they backed off right away. And they said, we would rather avoid a fight during the timing of this Aegis than try to make anything happen. So I think we're going to be seeing Thunder Predator really split pressure now.
Yeah. Good heads up play there by Moon. I like that. Even though he gives his life, well worth the cause. Yeah, picking themselves up some decent items. AUI's very farmed up on his Chen. Bryal going for a BKB of his own. And another basher for Kezu is going to be. So they're going to have a lot of different ways of locking people down through BKBs. And they're smoking. They're looking to get aggressive with that Aegis cheese.
Radiant's bottom tower
Can't blame
is
'em.
under attack.
Yeah, taking a fight this early on the Aegis might be unsuspected here from Thunder Predator. And they're kind of heading towards the right area. If they're looking to go for MNZ, to shift back to the mid lane where Leo Style is currently chilling out. Leo Style does have that BKB, still 9 seconds to work with it.
Rune top.
Invisibility.
This is Axe Morphling, but I haven't seen him do the there it is. I was gonna say the old Earth Shakers. Here we go.
It's only a level 1 totem though, so the pop that comes out from it is still quite lackluster, but he still has the, you know, the jump around. He's not going to be one-shotting nobody with no auto attack just yet.
Not just yet.
Earthshaker is pretty low level.
All right, almost got that BKB on Skeeter. Another big power peak for them if he can get that finished. But they also, are going to be working with the timing of the Aegis here, trying
How's our
to
levels
move
looking?
it forward.
For supports. Phoenix level 14, that's actually pretty impressive. We see the other two cores, 15 and 15 on the Invoker and Pango. Phoenix is really pushing forward on those levels. Only 11 on Earthshaker as well. Like he's a great game on Phoenix. Even though it's only 1-1-1, it's just level 14 is surprising.
Yeah.
Definitely could be important in the next upcoming team
Dire's
fights.
bottom tower is under
Get to
attack.
that level 3 egg.
Yeah.
Really nice. Even to that 15 talent now, that much sooner. Could be very, very
This is-
beneficial. But
Double BKB coming out for Crazy pretty soon. They're coming on the courier. Aegis is still active for about 2 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Dire's
They've
middle
spotted
tower is under
Moon
attack.
Meander nearby. That pesky
Radiant's
beetle.
top tower is
Probably
under
just
attack.
the punching bag
Radiant's
as he
courier has been killed.
sees the approach from Thunder Predator on the other side. He saves his crazy allies from possibly getting caught. But Thunder Predator chasing
Frank's
here.
going in.
Could be a big
He gets
catch
netted.
if they take him down before the BKBs are complete. But Frank now runs right through Fuzzy Wuzzy. Gets hit up with the Abyssal Blade. Now the
Disarmed.
AKB committed, and they have to run out the other side. He backs out. He's using all of his ultimate to retreat and run. Because like you said, he got hit with that halberd disarm. Tornado response. They look back to go on to Frank. Frank hits him with the hood stop and hastily moves in the trees. Morphling jumps back and wants to disengage.
Too much heals between from the Chen, the Hand of God plus that Greaves put everybody back up almost to full.
Crazy feeling good, as they should be.
That was
They push on.
3 ults, 4 ults, including if you want to call replicate, whatever, or morph. I don't know why it's called morph. I forgot, whatever.
Morph
Yeah,
replicate.
they used Yeah, right. Like they used 4 ults. That was still pretty nice for Crazy. Keeping this aggression going here.
Yeah, gotta follow up with the objectives too, though. Gotta keep it moving forward. Still a tier 2 mid lane, but the mid lane's pushed out, so obviously they gotta head back that way. Didn't even cost them their Aegis either. Skeeter still holds that Aegis. If they want to possibly make something happen, still they got it.
40 seconds, yeah. Is Moon swapping in his Essence Ring and his Telescope? I guess he is. There's no other reason. You'd use Telescope like all the time. I guess he's just using the Essence Ring for mana regen and then swapping Telescope when the fight starts.
Or he's swapping Telescope to use the scan and then swapped it back out. I don't know how the cooldown works, right? Because you have cooldown. I don't know if it's only when you're holding it or when it's in your back. I'm not too sure, but
I think it's only when you're hold. Whatever.
Yeah, who knows, right? And he's got repair kit as well, so you know.
He passes the Telescope off to Aoi. I feel like that's like one of those items that should always be equipped. Yeah, there we go.
All right, Crazy still hanging around this mid lane, trying to hide themselves. Oh, Skeeter. No, there's the Aegis. It's gone. So I wonder if that will change what Crazy want to do here.
They're actually going to go for Aoi in the back.
Wow, long stampede out. I mean, he is the paramedic for the team, if you will. And without him being available, the sustain will be cut down dramatically on the side of Crazy, but doesn't matter. Huge jump in on the Centaur, and they just dominate Frank right there. But MNZ steps in, able to get the quick blast down onto Moon. He eats a lot of damage. The A going to be committed, forces Crazy to disperse and run. Chases on. Matthew's got the spider legs. Crawls on down and over. Blink to the high ground. BKB, Matthew, though. Big BKB from Bryle, and they just turn it right on his head.
That was a little nuts by Matthew, but I respect it. You know, he forced the BKB. They focus fire Frank, even though he's, you know, Frank the tank over here. They focus fire him pretty hard, even through the halberd, through everything. But able to just stick on him and actually bring him down. They have enough damage.
Yeah, and it's all good and fun, and it's a little bit of a nice boost for Crazy, but, you know, that's credit to Thunder Predator. A good catch early on Aoi, who was pretty far from his team. And without having Aoi and that huge amount of heal, Crazy were forced in an awkward spot to kind of withdraw from the fight early. Another egg was committed from Thunder Predator, though, so that could pump the brakes on their offensive for a bit. But, again, their lineup, they're happy to just play with the clock. They're happy that this takes longer and longer to go on. As long as this Morphling has more time to get nourished up, he could, in their eyes, outscale the potential of where this Ursa's going to be. I mean, even Leo Style 2 could really evolve into something big. It looks like he's got that, you know. Yeah, he's got that spellcaster build-up. He's going for the sheep stick next. So, you know, they recognize that this is mostly on the Ursa, I suppose. And if they can, like, really shut him out, then what's going to be left for Crazy, you know?
He's being confident. He's putting, like, you know, he's like, I've got a Morphling. My Morphling's going to carry me. I'm going to be more of a utility-esque kind of guy here, even though he still does do his damage. This is more of a utility build. Fine with it. I think if they just keep dragging this game off, like you were mentioning, if they keep dragging it on, they have very, very high chances to win. Because I think this last opportunity for Crazy, when you have your Aegis, your Cheese, you're running a Chen Ursa lineup, that was your breaking high ground moment. That was you taking a big team fight, going to the high ground, to getting some type of bigger advantage. Because right now, 1K is not cutting it.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're holding to it, so they're keeping it close.
I think next Roche is going to be pretty huge. Something like Crazy have to get it. If they don't get it, then I don't know. That could be the start of things to come with Thunder Predator really kind of taking over. And they get a good item themselves. Definitely. They get the gem complete on the Phoenix. So now, you know, what was once a moment in time where Crazy had Thunder Predator corralled indoors. Now they're comfortable moving out. Frank moves in. They actually caught the Invoker from behind. Bryle could be in trouble. Panda God BKB going to be forced out. Kezu from the low front. Sweeping on in. Here comes the Phoenix. Does not have the egg yet. So MNZ just gets blasted down and finished off. Totally surrounded. Trouble for Thunder Predator as they have to make a hasty retreat. Frank not going to be able to make it out. Skeeter just on a tear. Muscles down both of the cores and scores the double kill. Where is the bailout from Thunder Predator? After they commit their stun and they don't have an egg, like they have no other way to help out their cores if they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, they got the blink out too. Matthew got the blink as he gets vesseled
Is under attack.
to disengage. Frank goes in and they didn't have the proper follow-up. They weren't actually all close enough in time. And now this is exactly what Crazy needed. This is what we wanted them to do. Press that advantage forward.
Dire's
Man,
Even
can-
without the Agents and Cheese, now they're finally able to actually hit the high ground.
Can they actually force the buyback out from Morphling? I'm sure he does not want to use it. They may even just sack the racks and not force him to spend the money here. Leo will try his best to creep forward, but knows he risks being caught out from someone like Moon, now without the tower to scout him.
They get the racks though because of that.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's super nice.
Okay,
Skeeter.
or jump
Frank?
in. Oh my gosh,
Frank?
Frank!
What the-
Wonderful. Counterplay there. Skeeter flexing his ultimate as the jump in comes out and they just stun him. The immediate cold snap comes out from Bryle and Centaur can't do anything. I mean, if he doesn't have a BKB, it's going to be so hard for him to get anything off.
He he jumped, hesitated with the stomp, and then got cold snap, and then he was just dead from there. That was a bit of a weird jump.
Nice fast fingers there from Bryle, certainly, with that fast cold snap. Very cool. But
there we go.
One set of
Now
racks.
they kicked up the pace.
Yeah, that's definitely in the right direction. I was going to say, if they don't get a racks, if they don't get these kind of objectives, and it's like 10 minutes later, then like all bets are off. But Crazy, they're keeping the objectives. They're keeping the achievements and what they're hoping to do. And now Roche is a big ticket item here. Huge ticket. So securing the area. Did they lose their gem as well on Thunder Predator? They may have. Nope. Okay, they still got their gem.
No, they kept it. Yeah.
Okay. They still have Dunk. Still have Egg. You know, it's not going to be easy for Crazy to take this Roche without having Thunder Predator be on some other part of the map or already wiped off the playing field. Yeah, Owie's sustain has been so clutch. If he's not caught out, like, you might as well give every hero a full second life. Because the Hand of God
Pretty
and
much,
Greaves
yeah. The
have
heals
just,
are crazy.
yeah, it's totally bailed out. What could have been potential trouble on the side of Crazy.
Well, kind of in the area. Matthew has the gem. He's sitting on the high ground here. Center creep. Gonna scout stuff out really quickly here. Crazy. Skitter is gonna be the one to push onto that high ground for the outpost. He's gonna get stunned once.
They know all of his friends.
Mix.
They're going to be waiting behind, but look who's caught on the low ground. It's Moon. Jump in Abyssal.
Jump from the Ursa.
Yeah, they're committing for Frank, but a nice egg on the high ground is going to force Crazy off. Kezu still gets hit.
stunned from it.
Yep, but he's rolling away. It's an ult committed
Matthew's
from both
got
sides
crazy
here.
flanking position right here. Look at this.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Oh, is he gonna get that? Is he gonna get it here? Oh, they were all just stacked up.
Oh!
He's gonna get it too.
He jumps in. It's on to 2. It's not quite enough to go for the finish, but it's enough to allow Leo Style to clean up Owie. Skeeter, though, jumps on over and gets a quick finish down onto MJZ. Now Skeeter, focusing in, finishes off Frank. MNZ jumps in, tries to go to the Ursa, but the Ursa is not done yet. He goes for Leo Style. Skeeter is just going insane right now. He takes down the triple. He's going for the ultra. He doesn't get it, but they wipe out Kotaro Hayama. Good Lord, Skeeter.
He just,
Dire's middle
they just
tower
actually
is under
split up in
attack.
corners and just dance around that Morphling, even though he's hopping and jumping around. Skeeter just holds his ground. Oh, they actually got the echo opportunity too. A pretty cool wraparound there for Matthew, but Crazy all just hold their ground afterwards.
They can't seem to do nearly enough damage to break down Skeeter, and that was without Owie. That was
I
without
actually thought
Greaves
they
and
might
Hand
have
of
a better
God.
chance of getting him. Yeah. SF just seems to kind of tickle in the fight a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like the stun and the Agnums and all that good stuff, but you know, the Enchant Totem is not quite up to its level 4, and you know, what other
Dire's
firepower
middle
is he
tower is under
really
attack.
bringing in at this point if he doesn't have a huge stat
Dire's
convert?
middle tower
It just
has
seems
fallen.
like it's not doing nearly enough damage. So much of it seems to be just mitigated by Crazy side.
Dire's
Yeah.
courier
Nice
has been
courier
killed.
snipe right there. That's the Lincolns.
I'm gonna have to wait till like rewatch that fight. That was crazy. I actually thought that they were gonna be able to bring down the Ursa,
Oh.
or at least bring down the Invoker and then go for him, but
Well, Leo Style
Skater
just
now?
lost his Lincolns. That's not good.
oh no.
Oh no.
Hitting high ground.
All right, Crazy. Back into the high ground here. They got to be feeling pretty much immortal at this point. They suddenly have a 20K net worth lead,
Dire's
21K
middle
net worth
tower
lead.
has fallen.
And the sweet dreams of the late game for Thunder Predator are quickly fizzling away. These fights must have been a huge hit to the
Dire's
morale.
middle barracks are under attack.
And Skeeter's Ursa has been
Dire's middle barracks
just
has
insane.
I mean, he's owning. He really
Yeah.
is. His build is working out perfectly for him. Mask of Madness, Basher, Abyssal Blade. His targeting as well in the fights has been really clutch. With usage of his Enrage too. He's been doing a great job this game.
Dire's middle
And they
barracks are
really
under
blew a
attack.
hole in it now. Like 23,000 gold lead,
Dire's
2
middle
sets of
barracks
racks.
has fallen.
Now they're feeling confident. Frontline Skitter with this. They've gotten all the successful Roshes, which is super important for them as well. Matthew. He's been spotted.
Oh no. That's your Echo. Your Echo defense now on the sidelines for 45 seconds. Uh-oh. And this could be the beginning of the end now suddenly for Thunder Predator. 2-3 unfortunate fights for them, allowing Skeeter to really go unleash. And now they are just in a
Double damage.
it's an insurmountable lead, it feels like right now for Crazy.
You said Ursa's not getting picked up. I mean, Ursa looked hot this game.
He's getting picked a couple of times, but it definitely
Okay.
doesn't feel, it feels a bit more niche.
Dire's top
Not as
tower is
trusty
under
as the old, even Terrorblade, I think, was picked up more by EG than their Ursa. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Skeeter might be changing some minds here.
I mean, he's having an excellent game this game. Again, though, Shadow Fiend is not selling me. I'll be honest here. I thought that like
Yeah, and
don't
I
know.
gotta say, not Leo Styles' usual Shadow Fiend game either. He played this one maybe a little too cocky with the way he kind of progressed. I'm sure he still won the laning phase, but
yeah. Oh, the jump.
mid and
Abyssal
late
also
game
with the
he has
Abyssal.
not been able to do really anything with the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it really does feel like that. It feels like he's not actually able to contribute too much into the fights, and all of his damage that does come out, it's so static that it just gets hand of godded and then griefed.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
Frank.
Frank now trying to muscle in on the back of the Stampede. They try to Fisher lock down Skeeter a bit, but he flexes that ultimate. And that ult cooldown is just ridiculous with the Agnum Scepter. He has it every
Dire's
single
top
fight.
barracks has fallen.
Yeah. Always at the ready. Also, the Invoker, I don't think we pointed out, he didn't get the blessing from the Roche, I think, too, right? So
Dire's
Yep.
top
they just have
barracks
so many more
has
tools
fallen.
now in their arsenal, and they get that
Dire has mega creeps.
last Rex. So
Yep.
Mega Creeps.
Full
Okay.
megas. Thunder Predator, feeling like they're still in this. Maybe one big fight and we could do it. But I think we all know what's in store here with the 27K net worth advantage and still tier 2s standing in all the lanes. Thunder Predator likely thinking about the next game. Let's see how Crazy can close it out though. Jumping
Leo
Yule.
style, he's going for it.
He just wants that one Requiem combo, but I couldn't even tell you who he hit with it because they barely took any damage. The follow-up dunk is a bit better, gets Kezu pretty low, but still not good enough to even warrant the Greaves of Owie. Owie now commits the Greaves, but the good game has been called. Leo Style not happy about how that one went, unfortunately. Game number 1, it's Crazy. Wow.
Radiant victory.
I thought they'd be able to do more with their team fight on the side of Thunder Predator. I know, like a lot of the game I was saying, like, as long as Crazy's keeps dictating the pace, they could be in a good spot. But there's always the scare of this morphling, the Shadow Fiend. I feel like they didn't get their combos off very well on Thunder Predator. Crazy definitely got a bit more of outplay. I think that Moon Meander was killer on his rotations. So I think that maybe was the thing that kind of broke Thunder Predator's, the way they wanted to take fights, because he was always like lurking in the backs. So yeah, I still thought that they would have a better time fighting into the later stages, like toward this 30-40 minute mark, but not Crazy. Just they did a super good job taking their fights.
Yeah, I don't think I could have really said it much better myself. It just, when you look at Crazy's lineup, the objective they have to go for, and, obviously they did it. Maybe not as the fast pace as they wanted to, but ultimately it got done, and that is a contributing factor of everybody doing their part, whether it's
Yeah.
Owie's Chen, oh my God, bringing the heal power and sustain, and keeping his team alive, trying to be, for the most part, in a good position. He nailed that. Moon Meander, as you mentioned, lurking around, looking for setups. Maybe he gets picked off, but he's bringing in good intel for the team. Kezu for the crowd control, along with Bryle. They just had a full formula that worked out. And Skeeter at the forefront, it was a lot of pressure on him to make it work, pretty much being the sole late game real damage dealer. And my God, he did it. He made MNZ look like nothing. He just blew him the hell up half the time. Leo style, of course, didn't have a lot to offer into the late game. And also, like you said, their team fight just didn't seem as potent as you'd think on paper. I mean, they have a great Phoenix
come
egg.
together.
Crazy don't even have a way to really deal with the egg, but every time the egg came out, Crazy are like, all right, let's just go, and they leave. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, they just walked away from it. And I thought they'd have like better ways of doing it with like a Centaur, with an Earthshaker, and with a Morphling who's turning into an Earthshaker. You've got double fissures. You've got a lot of different ways to stun, to catch, and like set up. I feel like they didn't play at their best, but I just look at Skitter. We're gonna keep saying it. 16-1-3. Bryal also 4-0-16, but like Skitter, 42,000 damage done. He did almost as much damage as the entire Dire lineup damage together. Very impressive for Nursa.
Damn. All right. Awesome stuff. That is just game number 1 of this best of 3 series. We'll have to see if Crazy are going to be able to close this out 2-0 or if Thunder Predator are going to bounce back and take us to our second, third game series of the day. I'm Dakota, and that's Fogged. We'll be back after a break for more Dota action.